Okay, this is a question sent to me by a Year 12 student. A bucket is defined by the equation y equals 40 times the natural log of x minus 20 all over 10 with the range 0 to 40. Units are centimeters. This bucket is rotated around the y-axis. Find its volume to the nearest centimeter. Straight away, you should be able to see that this is going to be a CAS question. All right, nearest centimeter, we're rounding. Okay, we're going to have Euler's number involved, so we're not going to be expected to do this by hand. So straight away, CAS question. So here's a picture of the graph that this bucket is being modeled by. So we've got, this is our line. Okay, so y is from 0 to 40. These x values don't actually matter in this context, but suffice to say this is 10 times e plus 20, and this is 30, 0. And what's going to happen is this is going to get rotated around like that. So we're going to have a bucket like that, and we're looking for the volume of all of this space here. Okay. So as you should know, this is going to be the sum of all these infinitely many disks as we go down this bucket. So the formula we're going to be using is as follows. Our volume will be equal to pi times the integral from a to b of our x value squared to y. Now, the x is our radius, so each one of these points is a radius, and you'll notice pi r squared is the area of that circle. So what we're doing here is we're taking the sums of all of these areas, we're stacking all of those disks on top of each other to give a volume. We're moving up the y-axis. So we need to find x squared. X squared is given by inverting this function. Now, because it's a CAS question, I encourage you to do this with your CAS if you can't do it by inspection, but because it's a relatively simple log, we can do this in a couple of lines. So let's have a look. So let's rewrite our equation. 40 natural log of x minus 20 all over 10. So we're going to divide by 40. We're going to raise both sides to the power of e. We're going to multiply by 10, and then we're going to add 20. So let's do this all at once. So x is going to be equal to, so we have y divided by 40, y divided by 40. We raise both sides to the power of e. We multiply by 10, and then we add 20. Okay? So we divide by 40, that gives us this. We raise both sides to the power of e, that gives us this. We multiply by 10, and then we add 20. So this is our inverse function. So x squared we can write down very simply as this all squared. So the integral that we are evaluating is, so our volume we're looking for is pi, the integral from the bottom of the bucket, to the top of the bucket, times x squared, moving up the y-axis. So x squared will always be in terms of y, and you want the axis you're moving up to be the pronumeral that you're caring about. So we're traveling up this axis, stacking disks as we're going to get this volume. So now we can put this into our CAS. Okay, so we're going to put this into our CAS. And then once it's in our CAS, we get this value. So we can round that to the nearest cubic centimeter. So we can now say that the volume is 176,779 centimeters cubed. If you wanted to, you could put that into liters, but the question asks it for centimeters cubed, so let's leave it as centimeters cubed. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Good luck.